Hey, what's up? Hello, welcome or welcome back to another episode of the Curiosity Didn't Kill podcast. I'm your host, Ash Bay, the Mindset Witch, and today we're going to talk about what is manifestation and how does it even work? Because I've been talking about this a lot in my communities lately, inside of my membership and just in general, inside of my masterclasses. And even amongst like other entrepreneurs, business owners, business mentors, and we all, I feel like, are kind of in agreement. Let me know if this is you too. But I kind of hate the word manifestation. So let me explain, right? So you're on TikTok, you're on Facebook, whatever, Instagram. It's a hot topic. Everyone's talking about manifestation, right? How to manifest your dreams, get rich, live your dream rich life, all the things. And like, we're not being clear of really one, what it is and how it works. Like what do we even do, right? Because it sounds amazing, right? Everyone wants to pull in their desires, manifest their dream life, make their dreams come true. Like fucking duh. Of course we do. We all want that. But there's so much like nuance behind that and so many like there's like details, right? There's some details that we're not talking about that are making this really confusing for people. And we're using words that are like, ooh, quantum realm, and like leap the quantum and into the dream life, or I don't know, whatever, healing and womb healing. And, there's so many things. And I'm not knocking these things, right? Like, I'm not saying like, ooh, quantum realm isn't a thing. I'm not saying womb healing isn't a thing. But the way we're talking about it, I feel, and I think others feel, again, tell me if this is you too, it's leaving people with more questions than answers. If we're trying to like help people and teach them how to like make their desires their reality, pull in their dreams, like let's fucking talk about real shit, right? Like it's not just like, ooh, just be positive, think positive thoughts, keep a high vibration, and all of your dreams will come true. Because like when we talk about manifestation, we talk about the law of attraction, and a lot of the times we're saying the law of attraction is the basis for manifestation. And if you're not familiar with law of attraction, basically it's saying like equals like. So high vibration brings in high vibration. You're a magnet, right? But that's not like the basics. That's kind of like a sub point, like a sub bullet point for manifestation. Like, yes, that is true. Like equals like. If you have high vibration, you will pull in high vibration. Same thing. If you have low vibration, you'll bring in more things with low vibration. That is true. Again, not knocking it, but we're not talking about the details, the nuances. So, what is manifestation, first of all? It is the act of you as an individual acting as a magnet and actively pulling in your wants, your dreams, your desires. We're manifesting, we're making things come into fruition. So, with that, let me just say it's essentially like you are creating your reality. Your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your energy is creating your reality, right? So I love the quote by Nikola Tesla. If you want to understand the universe, think of it in terms of energy and frequency, right? Everything is energy. Energy is everything. We all have energy. We all emit different frequencies. My phone, this mic, the camera, the lights all around us, everything has energy, and it's all emitting a frequency. Like we're all on like this wavelength. And manifestation is all about matching yourself, what the energy you're emitting, the vibrations, the frequency, with the things that you want. And also, opposite side of the same coin, you can do the same with not so great things. Like you can pull in things that you didn't necessarily want, but you were very focused on, and that's the energy you're giving off, right? So, long story short, it's a vibe. Everything is a vibe. What's the vibe that you're giving off? What is the energy? What's the vibe? And when I say we're not talking about the details, there's so much nuance, so many details into manifesting where, like, yeah, it sounds pretty black and white, right? Where we're just saying, like, okay, um, attract the good things. Your energy has to like equal those good things. So, how do we do that though? And I think the nuance and the confusion behind it is because when we say like, yeah, we just have to be on the same frequency, but like there's not really anything that's tangible and measurable for those frequencies, right? Like I can't say, let me tune my dials to channel 8, and channel 8 also equals money. So like I'm gonna be on the same frequency. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard to just tell people that. And then they're like, okay, like I understand, like I'm hearing the words that you're saying, but like, how do I do it? What does my daily life consist of, right? Like, what does that look like for me? How do I get to tune my dials to channel 8? How do I tune my dials to the channel of money and all the things? So I would start, and this is, we're getting into how it works. Again, nuance. This is why I have a community. This is why I talk about this with people that I'm close to, my clients, all the things. So if you want to jump in, details are always in the or in the description notes below. But this is why I have those groups, because it's different for everybody. Everyone's energy is different. Everyone's energy operates uniquely. And I fully, totally believe in the uniqueness of everyone's energy. So helping you as an individual match these vibrations based off of what you've experienced in the past, right? Because that's different for everybody. How you experience your reality right now, because that's different for everybody. And as well as like your desires. A lot of us don't even know what we genuinely want, what we genuinely desire. So I want you to start as an individual. I want you to get really aware. We're going to start with awareness here. And we're going to start dropping into really becoming aware of what's happening throughout your day. So it's kind of like a daily audit. Whether you're a journal person, you can handwrite in a journal, or if you're like a more of a mobile, you can. Notion is great. Notion is a desktop thing. It's also or a browser thing. It's also, you can download the app Notion. You can take notes in it, you can journal, you can just text yourself, whatever works for you. But I really want you to figure out a method to start becoming really aware. And I want you to not only think about this, but I want you to write it. I want you to write it somewhere, whether you're texting yourself, texting it in an app like Notion, Google Docs, Google Sheets, whatever, handwritten journal, whatever. I want you to start writing it down, because there's a difference between thinking about it and really writing it down and solidifying it and bringing it into reality, right? We're taking it out of the mind, out of your thoughts, and we're bringing it into reality on somewhere, a page, your phone, a document, whatever. So I want you to really start becoming aware. What the fuck is going on in your day? What are the thoughts that you are having? What are the feelings that you're feeling? Because a lot of us are on autopilot. We go through our day, we're not really thinking about it. We don't really want to tune into our feelings, because that's a woo. Like if I'm at work and I got projects that I gotta get through, feelings are not something that are on the agenda. Okay. I'm busy. I'm not trying to delve into my feelings. So we just don't do it, right? We don't take the time to think about what we're thinking and what we're feeling and why, all of the things, right? And I want you to become very aware. I want you to have this journal with you, or this app on your phone, whatever you're using, with you all the time throughout the day. And do this for like at least a week. Let's start with the 5 days. Let's do Monday through Friday. We're going to get really aware. So that means I want you to start tapping into, you wake up in the morning, right? You got to go to the bathroom. It's probably the first thing you do. It's the first thing I do. And I want you to like think about what you're feeling. Like when you get out of bed, what is the first thing you think about? Do you get out of bed like, fuck, I gotta go to work. Oh, I do not want to get up today. Or are you like, I slept really nice. Feel pretty good. I'm gonna get ready for my day. What's today have in store for me? Like, what's your vibe? Again, everything's a vibe. What's the vibe? What kind of person are you in the morning? Are you a morning person? Are you not a morning person? That's okay. You don't have to be a morning person. I'm personally not. But what are your thoughts? What are the first thoughts that you have when you wake up in the morning to start your day? Okay. When you start realizing this and getting like, oh, like light bulbs are going to start going off, you're like, oh shit, like I didn't realize I thought this every single morning. I didn't realize I kicked off my day and started my day with this energy, right? Like, what's the energy of the thoughts? I really want you to become aware and write that down. And then keep going throughout your day, right? You get to work. How do you feel? What happened on the way to work? Was there some asshole that cut you off, or did you hit every red light? Like, how do you feel about it? How do you feel now that you have just got to work? You just sat down to start your day. How do you feel? How many emails are in the inbox? You just sat down, do you already feel stressed and overwhelmed? How you feel? What's going on? Write that shit down, right? And then again, light bulbs are going to start going off because you're going to be like, oh my God, this is how I feel every single day when I just sit down to start working. When I sit down, like this is like the beginning of my workday. This is how I start every day at the beginning of my workday, right? So start becoming very aware, right? And do this throughout the day. And then if you're like, I don't have time to journal throughout the day, bitch, you got to go to the bathroom, don't you? Some of my best ideas come from the bathroom. Okay. Like I will totally tune into myself and I'm like, how we feeling, Ash? Yes, I talk to myself in third person. I'm just close my eyes as I sit there. And I'm sometimes I'll put my hands over my heart because that feels good. I can connect to myself. I'm just like, how we feeling? And like I want to be really honest with myself when I do this. Like, how am I genuinely fucking feeling? Like, if I'm tired, right? And I'm like, I feel tired. Why? I'll ask myself why. Why do you feel tired? Because people tire us, right? Other people's energy makes us tired. Projects make us tired. Just using your brain makes you tired. Like, what is it that made you tired? What is it that took the energy and brought it down a little bit, a little baby bit? What is it? What's the energy, right? Because there are very surface level feelings like I'm tired, I'm frustrated. I want you to dig deeper. Go down. Why? Why are you tired? Why are you frustrated? And if you feel good, you're like, I feel good. I want you to do the same thing. Well, why do you feel good? Why are you happy? You feel confident? I want to know why. What brought you that boost of confidence? And you deserve to be confident. So let's bring more of whatever it was that brought you that confidence in your life. Let's keep doing that. And that's why I want you to get really aware because we're going to start eliminating the things that are depleting the energy, bringing you down and start adding in more of the energy that's bringing you up, lighting you up. You're on fire. You feel good. Like we want to aim to feel good as much as possible, right? And we have total control. So this is part of becoming aware, right? We're becoming aware and then now we're stepping up and becoming the authority of our own life, right? And when I say the authority of our own life, what I mean is I am stepping up, taking charge, holding on to the reins myself, right? No one's going to alter this for me. And when I say this, it kind of sounds like duh, but like, we don't do this really. Like, if we think about it, a lot of the time we put the blame onto other things, onto external things. And we're like, oh, like work just drains me. Bobby in finance just fucking drains me. So and so, every time I talk to them, gives me a headache. Valid, might be true, right? But we're putting that on other people. We're basically saying if these outside things don't change, then I can't be happy. Then I can't have my energy up. I can't feel good, right? So rather than giving your power away and saying, hey, all of you, Bobby in finance, you have my power. You have the power to make or break my day or to rise or lower my energy. I want that to stop. So that's the point of becoming really aware, right? We're becoming aware what's depleting the energy, what's raising the energy. So once we're super aware, we're going to be the authority, right? We're not going to give the power away to fucking Bobby or whoever, the overwhelming emails, whatever it might be. We're taking it back, right? We're adding the more that makes us happy, lights us up, and we're decreasing what doesn't serve us and is basically depleting our energy. And you might be like, well, how? I can't get rid of Bobby. Do I like plot a plan to get him fired? No, don't do that. Don't do that. You know. So, yeah, we can't get rid of the things, but we as an individual, right, have the power. When we step into the power, we have options, right? We make decisions. We have the power of choice to decide how we want to feel, how we want to think, right? And this is the difference between reacting to something and responding to something, right? And it's fucking beautiful. Let me break it down for you. So again, we have the power. We have the power of choice, decisions. The power to decide if we want to react to something or if we want to respond to something. Okay? So when something happens to us, right? We'll take the Bobby and financing example. Bobby in financing. He's emailing you, bloop, 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 giving you a fucking headache, right? God damn it, Bobby. So he says something. You read the email. In this moment, there's like a little, it's a split second moment, very boop, boop, very small, right? We have a choice. We have the decision. If we're triggered, if he said something that bothered us, we have an emotion. We feel a certain way. We feel a certain way about something, right? There's just a vibe, something going on here. We can either stop, take a moment, few deep breaths, woo-saw it out, and start thinking with the front of our brain here, start thinking with our intelligent, beautiful mind, rationality, and we can either do that, right? And then we can kind of drop down, regulate the nervous system, breathe, slow the heart rate, put your hand over your heart, choose to walk with compassion, all the things, right? And then we can make a decision on how we respond. That's responding. The opposite, reaction. And that's where we don't stop. We don't stop to think. We don't stop to drop into compassion. We just act, right? We feel a certain way. We're triggered. Bobby's making us, So we're now just reacting. And you're probably now frustrated. You're spiraling. You might have said something you didn't mean, or something that you might have regretted, but you did mean. So the choice to react or respond. Always when you can, it's not 100% solid science, right? I mean, we all sometimes just blah, but always try to choose to stop, make the decision, and instead of reacting, to respond, right? So we're responding. We're responding to the external factors. We're responding to how we feel, to how we react, or to how we act, I should say, about all the emails, about someone, Bobby in financing, about the person that cut you off on the way to work. We are choosing to respond, right? We get to choose how we feel. We get to take our power back, choose how we feel, choose how we act. And this is not to say to negate any negative emotions, because that's horrible. That's literally negating, emotional negating. And we don't want to do that, right? Like, I'm not sitting here that I'm not, and this is where I think a lot of like the manifestation confusion comes from, when people are like, just be positive, try and stay positive, think positive thoughts, be positive, and positive will come into you. Because then we're like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to be positive all the time, right? How the hell am I supposed to be happy and I'm genuinely frustrated and I'm trying to just put on a happy face? I'm trying to fake it till you make it and all the things, because that will be the fastest way and the fastest thing that depletes your energy more than anything. And I do not want that for you. And I do not want you to do that, right? We need to hold our energy, harness our energy, and be in our power. So again, we're removing the things that are depleting your energy, including fake it till you make it. I genuinely hate that phrase. Genuinely do. So we're not negating. We're not taking away and saying, like, I don't feel sad. I don't feel frustrated. Or I don't feel upset of any kind, right? Like, when things like that happen, we can choose and say, okay, I'm going to react or I'm going to respond and not react in a moment, right? So that means we're responding with empathy, we're walking forward with love first, heart first. But that doesn't negate the things that we feel. So you can still choose to respond a certain way. You can still choose to feel a certain way. You can choose acceptance. You can choose to let go. But when we still have those feelings of frustration, anger, all the things, any negative feeling come up, I want you to process that, right? We need to process that. We need to move through it. If we don't process it, we don't move through it, we're literally negating. We don't want that. When we negate, that shit builds up, right? They call venting, when you vent, you talk to somebody, venting for a reason, right? Because when something that doesn't vent, it builds up, it will explode. And these negative emotions, negative vibrations, negative energies will manifest in your life, whether that's ailments, sicknesses, pains, or literal shit going awry and haywire in your life. Like, negativity can manifest as well. We talk about manifesting positive things, good things, wealth, riches, love, all of the great things, but we don't talk about necessarily like manifesting bad things. And when I say manifesting bad things, like go back to what I said earlier, we're a magnet, right? So if you're holding all of that negative energy inside, you're not processing it, you're attracting the things that you're holding, that you're vibrating, your frequency that you're emitting. So we gotta process that shit, right? And when I say process, we're gonna have to sit in the feelings. And it doesn't feel good at the time, at the moment. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be very realistic. It doesn't feel great. And that's why we don't do it, right? We as humans are very, very fucking good at numbing, at ignoring, right? Like we'll go to food, alcohol, drugs, Netflix, binge watching, scrolling on TikTok, absolutely just about anything in order to not feel our emotions, in order to not feel pain, in order to not feel the negativity, right? Because when something happens, we're like, oh, psh, psh, like maybe we'll cry a little bit, push it down, push it down, push it down, push it down. But again, it's going to build. It's going to build. So I really, really invite you to process these emotions and drop down into it. And I'm doing a full masterclass coming up on the 17th, I believe it is. Let me check my calendar really quickly. The 17th of this month, September. Yep, 17th. At 2 p.m. in my membership, the Inner Circle. So if you want to jump in that, again, I'll leave all of the links and shit at the bottom in the show notes in the description. So we're going to be talking about how to process, right? And really like the whole masterclass is talking about like how to manifest and be realistic, even or to manifest realistically, because shit is going to hit the fan. Life is going to hit the fan. And what do we do when that happens, right? Because we have dreams, we have goals, we're constantly manifesting and creating our life. So when it seems like everything is falling apart, when it seems like you're just really, really low, can't get out of bed, you're crying, who knows what happened, like when you just are feeling low, how do you continue to raise your vibes? How do you continue to raise your frequencies? How do you continue to attract the higher vibes and not the lower vibes that you feel like you're sitting in, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about. Again, September 17th coming up, Sunday, 2 p.m. If you're not able to make it live, that's 2 p.m. Central Time US. If you're not able to make it live, a replay will be available to you. But yes, it's an approach all about being realistic, you know, because we as humans, as people, we are not always happy. We are not always uppity all the time. Even if you're someone who's just in general not like that, but not necessarily sad, you know what I mean? You're kind of just like, I'm chill, I'm low. I'm not like, woo. Like, how do we continue to keep high vibrations, to keep manifesting all the good things? So, I love this topic. I love this concept, this idea of making manifestation realistic again, bringing it back down to the ground, not so airy fairy again. No offense intended by any means, but like, I want to give people more answers than leave them with questions. And if you guys have any questions, if what I just said made you confused and you're like, wait, can you explain that some more, please? I would love to. Drop your questions down below. There's also a link down below. If you have a question that you want me to thoroughly explain, you want me to do a full ass video on your question, there's a little link. You can leave a donation. The donation just helps this podcast keep doing its thing. You can do that, and I will create your own full video live on the channel. Yeah, because I want to give you guys more answers and questions. Everybody deserves to be able to understand this concept, right? Because the idea that we can create our own reality from our thoughts, from our feelings, is genuinely life-changing, right? And it doesn't matter what situation you're in right now, what you're experiencing right now in your current reality. I really just want to drive home that you do have the power. You are so powerful. You have the power to change your reality, bend reality. You do. So again, if you're interested, join that masterclass. If you have any questions, let me know below. If you want a full video, you got a question, that link again is down below as well. And I'm excited to continue this topic because we're also doing in the membership, the inner circle. We're doing the class on Sunday, the 17th. And then the next week on Sunday, the 24th, we're doing another class. I'm bringing in a guest expert for you guys. It is the Diana McLaughlin, the abundance bookkeeper. And she's going to be talking about abundance and how to stay abundant through anything. So we're keeping rolling. We're keeping rolling with this theme, with this concept. So excited for it. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Bye.